welcome back to Rock Up Racing. Behind me is the new car, the new car that we're going to prep for racing next season in Bernie's new Outlaw series. And we've literally just got it. It's literally just been delivered, and it's pretty awesome. So let's have a look at the car. Welcome to Rock Up Racing. Okay, so let's take a trip back to 1989, the year of shoulder pads, Top Gun on VHS, and American muscles still ruling the tracks. Over in the States, the IMSA Kelly American challenge was in full swing. Full power, full noise, Camaros, Mustangs, Firebirds, all hammering it around circuits like Road America, Mid-Ohio, and Sebring. And now, one of those very cars has found its way to us.
It only just fits in.
Oh my god, it's huge! This 1989 Gen 3 Camaro was originally built for a guy called Bill Turner, an airline pilot from Chicago. He then raced it in the Kelly Car series, and later it was campaigned in the SCCA and Midwestern Council events by a guy named John Aberhart. For years it sat tucked away in the Midwest before being recommissioned recently and given a fresh engine rebuild, and made ready to race again. After a few weeks on a boat, the car finally landed here at Coastal Motorsport. The only question is it everything we hoped it would be? We can get in it now.
I think you just want to mind that back bit, because I don't want that bit.
Hey!
The seat's made to fit. This is a lightweight steering wheel.
So what is it you're doing now, Tom?
So you've got to manually prime the oil.
Right.
That's pressure basically to get in the engine.
To like 20...
Between 20 and 40 is fine.
Right.
You start to feel resistance when you get sort of 20 and you know it's getting there, but Rob can tell me because it's on the dash.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, but it's a new engine.
Apparently it's good for the, like,
it is,
it's
yeah.
just to prolong everything.
What's that up to, mate?
So you can see what the pressure is.
Yeah. It's like 15. Did a better job yesterday, Tom.
Here he goes.
Oh, yeah.
We're like nearly 80 pounds away. Both fuel pumps?
Yeah.
Is there fuel in it?
It should be, it's got fuel pressure.
Ignition, is the ignition on now?
Darcy, you might want to go over there.
Go for it, mate. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's good.
That is
That's
good.
a good sign, you know?
It sounds like compression.
It does, yeah.
Paul?
I just love it. It's another one.
Are you crying? There's a motor.
It's a big engine. So it's a small block Chevy. We're still waiting the full kind of spec list from the original owners, but it's a heavily reworked small block Chevy. We've been told it's making between 700 and 800 horsepower, and we don't think it weighs a lot. We're gonna weigh it in during this video. You'll see, but we reckon we're sort of between 12 and 1300 kilos, hopefully.
That's what we're reckoning.
Yeah, which would be amazing if it's around there.
It all looks like mega stuff though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean.
So apparently it's had like a engine refresh before it's come to us.
It needs running in. We haven't actually. They haven't run it in yet, so we need to run it in. It's got running in oil in currently, so it needs. There's a process to run these engines in. It's fairly simple. You just don't rag it straight away, and then you drop all the oil out when it's had that time, and then you put the fresh oil in.
So it's just got some basic oil in it at the moment to run it in.
It's a sort of thick mineral running in oil. It just keeps everything safe while it kind of warms up and sorts itself out.
The width of those rear tyres, what the actual?
Take them off and you can pop the gears out.
Is
I
that
think
what-
it's that, rather than taking the whole rear plate off.
Is that why they're wide, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so.
And then you take the gears out and what? You can change the...
Change the ratios because we've got more gears spare.
So would they... So you're saying they'd change that depending on what circuit you're at?
Yeah, so you set the top speed basically.
What do we set them for the tracks over here?
I don't know.
Wonder which ones have they got in it?
I don't know. I think we just send it and find out.
Yeah, I think I have to.
It says SCP, you just have to look up what SCP is.
Oh yeah.
It's got a spool instead of a diff in there as well.
So we'll... Okay.
So diff allows the two rear wheels to turn at different speeds so it can go around corners.
Yeah.
A spool locks the rear wheels together permanently.
And it's got that.
Yeah, which means it'll be good for acceleration, but going around corners it'll be a bit brutal.
A blade?
Yeah, you see this? It's like angled. This thing here. That's a blade.
Okay.
You see the thing on the end there, look?
Yeah.
So that rotates and changes the angle of this relative to the...
This does?
Yeah. So you adjust how stiff your anti-roll bar is by rotating this one. So at the moment this is set really soft. You turn that 90 degrees so that blade is pointing upwards.
Yeah.
It'll bend less, so it's stiffer.
Okay.
But you see this here?
Yeah.
This sets up the angle of it, right? But this looks like a budge to me. This bracket should have a Bowden cable that goes back through to the cockpit. So the driver should be able to adjust the rear anti-roll bar while we're driving. Which is crazy cool.
Yeah, because there's nothing on there at the moment. And it just goes across and you change the other side.
No, the
Just
other
one
you
from
don't
one
need
side.
to change both sides because the rear anti-roll bar is connected to the two wheels. So you need to adjust one side. Seen the chip on the MSD box?
$7,800.
Someone found one yesterday that said 8,200.
What?
We don't know where that's.
8,200? So
We
it's
don't know where it's from.
We give them a special sauce. What? Yeah, that's gonna be.
How does it work? Is it just so
It's just a resistor, isn't it? I think.
so you rev that high and it just
So the current that goes through it,
Yeah.
basically cuts it.
After
staggers
that.
it after that, stop it from revving it.
What other things have we got changed in here, or is there not? Fire extinguisher, tyres. We've got to get some.
We'll put the wing mirrors on there somewhere.
Oh yeah, gosh.
I think we've got them.
So just for oh, it's loud as well, isn't it?
The exhaust is the main one.
The exhaust on this is insane anyway. We've drafted in some help to see if it passes the fist test. It does! Oh! So we did a noise test on it, and what was the noise?
117 decibels at 4,000 RPM. The limit is 105.
Oh, so we're just which is not surprising when you look at how, where are they? Look, how thick these exhaust pipes are. Look at that. Look how wide they are.
They're 90 mil.
90 mil. That pipe's 90 mil. So these, we're wondering if these back boxes have even, like, if those silencers have even got anything in them. Let's put a camera up it. Should we get a camera, Tom? Seeing if there's actually anything inside these silencers. It should be full of like fluff or sort of stuff in there. It looks like fluff.
Oh, that's got a baffle in there. Doesn't look like a lot of baffle going on, does it?
There's nothing in there. They're empty, aren't they?
No,
What's
it's not
that?
coming
What's that?
straight in and out, is
What's
it?
that at the end there, look?
That's like a...
That's a baffle, is it?
I think what you do is you could probably re-baffle it.
Okay.
Weld, like cut it half and then put new baffles in there. I think it's a boy. Amazing.
It's a bit baffling.
So the time has come to weigh this car. Now, I have just weighed it already and I'm quite surprised what the number is, but before I show you, I'm gonna have a quick nip round. Paul's actually not here this week, he's having a lovely week off, but Charlie's in there, Rob's in there, so I'm gonna see what they think it weighs, and then I'm gonna reveal what it weighs. Hopefully they'll be quite pleased. So Charlie,
Tommy.
I have weighed the Camaro.
Right.
I know what it is,
Okay.
but I want you to guess first. Now we are under the impression that it's a number. I'm not gonna give the number away. I think you kind of guess, you know, you can guess what it is. What do you reckon? So Charlie guessed about 1400. It's wet, obviously it's got everything on it apart from you, so what do you reckon and some fuel. It's got a bit of fuel in it though, it does run. I don't know how much is in there, but what do you reckon it is?
I said 1250.
Okay, I'm going to tell you both now.
Right.
It's 1154.
What?
What?
That's light.
That is light. That's way lighter than I expected.
Yeah.
Lift is completely off the car. $11.54. That is very, very, very light.
What the hell? I'm trying to paint in here. Jesus Christ. I mean, he's having fun in there. Off she goes.
How big it is. It really wants to go, doesn't it?
It really does want to go. It doesn't like to go. No, it doesn't want to go slowly at all, does it? What the actual? He just splashed the shit out of me. Just splashed me. See what he says. How is it?
That's amazing.
Is it really?
It doesn't like to go slowly, but
This wants to go really fast.
I've never heard anything like it in my life. It sounds unbelievable.
Bye.
Even at no RPM, it's like, and you can see it just spinning the back tyres, trying to get traction. It's like, I mean, it's all mad.
It's already quite hot here.
Is it?
It smells.
That's very hot.
Excellent.
Might need that cool seat.
Yeah, you definitely will. That is so cool. Love it. So the next step is getting it prepped to test in a few weeks. The engine still needs running in properly, so that's job number one. We also need to sort out wheels and tyres. It's currently on 16-inch rims, which are 14 inches wide at the back and 13 at the front. Great in period, but a nightmare for tyre choice today, so we're looking at switching it over to 18s. For now, we'll just spend the next couple of weeks going through the car, learning how it works. And if it all goes to plan, we'll have this IMSA Camaro out testing in no time.
Camaro